Well, look, huge anger and concern when it comes to the chaos we've seen, the small boats crisis of those coming across the channel from France to Kent. And it seems now the Conservative MPs have been raising this as well, and that it's landed on doorsteps, and that it's something that's being discussed now across the country, cutting through, something that MPs are concerned about and what the British government to take action on. Just to remind you, of course, the situation now, it's got to in an even worse state. We saw 482 people on 21 boats coming across on Wednesday, a new daily record. Thursday saw 475 people in 15 boats. Those 2 days alone, you're talking about 957 people. Home Office figures that there's more than 10,700 people have come across illegally via this route in 2021 already so far. Close to 450 boats, we think, in 2021 so far. And so we've seen the response, haven't we? Which has basically been to give the French more money, another 54 million quid they've had recently. Seems to me the more money we give the French, the higher the numbers of those coming across illegally become. And so the Mail on Sunday story today is that Michael Gove could potentially replace Priti Patel as Home Secretary if this crisis continues to escalate. And let's face it, it's been escalating for a while now. We saw it escalate last year. It's escalated once again this year. Now, Boris Johnson is said to have grown increasingly frustrated with this, and in his Mail on Sunday report, quoted as saying, telling one minister, what the F is the Home Office doing? When is she, referring to Priti Patel, going to sort this out? And again, as that story notes, that frustration held now by a lot of Conservative MPs who are having this issue, this crisis, raised with them by constituents. And so, yeah, on the prospect of Michael Gove potentially becoming the next Home Secretary, there's a source quoted as saying Michael and Boris are close again, with Rishi Sunak starting to flex his muscles in cabinet more. It is useful for Boris to have Michael back as an ally. The Home Office is a demanding job, but Michael has the brain power, the source says, and the work ethic to cope with it. With a source close to Gove quoted in this story saying Michael is totally focused on the job the PM has asked him to do in Cabinet Office, helping to coordinate our response to COVID, reforming government and strengthening the union. A number 10 spokesman also quoted saying, we don't comment on reshuffle speculation. But look, something has got to change here, hasn't it? I just don't think giving the French more and more money is really changing anything. The basic fact remains this will only stop when those come in illegally via this route know that there's no point because they will not be allowed to stay. And of course, scumbag traffickers, criminal gangs making absolutely gigantic amounts of money from this route. It has to stop. And I want to know from you, do you think Gove replacing Patel, is that something that you think would make a difference? Do you want to see that happen? What are your thoughts on Priti Patel as Home Secretary? Do you think she should remain in place or not? Do let me know what you think, guys. As ever, if you want to support my channel, become a patron by heading over to patreon.com/Eva. And of course, as ever, guys, thank you so much for watching.